Evening, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of The Next Revolution. We are pro-worker, pro-family, pro-community, and this July the 4th weekend, especially pro-America. Now, the first time I put together that little list of all the things we are for, it was when I was out talking about my last book, Positive Populism. I was trying to think of a simple way to summarize the argument. So I would say, we know what populism is often against: the elites, the establishment, the shipping of manufacturing jobs to China, uncontrolled immigration. But in this book, I talk about the positive side of things. What is populism for? The final one, pro-America, some people might say that's just a platitude. Who could not be pro-America? Well, when my book came out in 2018, the way I made my case was to say that establishments and elites had surrendered America's sovereignty to all sorts of unaccountable international organizations on issues from trade to climate change to defense. And that was true. But in the 4 years since, the problem's gotten much worse. Anti-Americanism has moved from just being the default setting of certain policy elites to being the mindset of many millions of Americans, influenced by a deliberate and insidious anti-American agenda in our culture. And that's what I want to focus on this July the 4th weekend. In the past, we may have disagreed on many things in politics, but in the end, we all agreed on the core fundamental ideas that have made America the greatest country in the history of the world. The decentralization of power, as we discussed last week, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, free enterprise capitalism, American exceptionalism. But today's left is actively trying to undermine every single one of those foundational American values, and it's not an accident. As we've laid out for you a number of times, the far left woke extremism that's infected so much of America today, from academia to corporate America to the bureaucracy, even the military, now your kids' school, is all part of an ideological movement formed almost exactly 100 years ago by a group of Marxist philosophers, the Frankfurt School, in Germany. Their theory was that beyond just economics, the bourgeoisie used faith, family, and culture to oppress the working class. So the Marxists had to attack those things too. And that's exactly what they've been doing. We've seen it for years in Hollywood with stuff like this.
Why is America
not the greatest country in the world, Professor? That's my answer.
And with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? There is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world.
We've seen it in music. Just this past week, Green Day frontman Billy Joe Armstrong playing a concert in the UK screaming "F America" while claiming he's renouncing his American citizenship. We see it all the time in politics now from the left.
We're not going to make America great again. It was never that great.
In sports, NFL players, soccer players, NBA players kneeling during the national anthem. We've seen it in public education, where some districts are renaming schools that were originally named for our founding fathers. A school in San Francisco even tried to paint over a historical mural of George Washington until nationwide outrage put a stop to it. The American flag used to be a uniting symbol, a unifying symbol, that we all faced hands over our hearts as we recited the Pledge of Allegiance. But now the flag is trashed, ritualistically burned at protests across America with no respect for its symbolism or its sanctity. Do they even realize how much damage they've caused to the fabric of our country? Just look where all this has gotten us. Publication after publication this year contemplating, predicting, some even outright attempting to justify a second American Civil War. None of this is to say that America is perfect or above criticism, but there's no country in the world, in the history of the world, that is more self-reflective, more focused on constantly striving to improve than America. That's what that magical phrase in the opening sentence of the Constitution, "to form a more perfect union," is all about. To love America is to recognize its flaws and work to make things better, not to tear things down. Is the left's constant derision of America creating a more perfect union? Of course not. It's not improving anything. It's not building anything. It's just turning Americans against each other and against our country. But here's the good news this July the 4th weekend. Americans don't want all this. Americans, not the far-left ideologues and political zealots on Twitter and the other cable networks, but the regular Americans who love their family and their community and their country, they are crying out for change. They've had enough of the negativity about America. How do we know that? Well, we had evidence from our culture, from Hollywood indeed, just recently, in the form of Tom Cruise's new movie, Top Gun Maverick, the first big movie in ages that was unapologetically pro-America, that championed simple, old-fashioned values, comradeship, loyalty, bravery, patriotism. A movie that didn't bend the knee to China by removing the Taiwan flag from the back of Maverick's jacket. And guess what? Top Gun Maverick is the highest grossing movie of the year, earning more than $1 billion worldwide. America's obviously yearning for the simple, old-fashioned, patriotic culture that so many of us remember growing up with. Of course, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in England, the child of Hungarian refugees from communism. As you know, I'm an American citizen now, so proud of it and so honored to celebrate this weekend, my second Independence Day as an American. In England, they have the monarchy and the royal family, and though I've always thought our system here in America is better, it is true that Queen Elizabeth and the royal family, well, some of them anyway, provide England with a unifying institution and symbols and rituals that bring the country together. We just saw that recently with the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. So many in the UK, from all backgrounds, all kinds of politics, all different parts of the country, came together to unapologetically celebrate their love of country. We really need that here. We are all Americans. Let's come together as a nation and celebrate what makes us us. This 4th of July, let's see if we can rise above the culture wars and in the years ahead remember that we are all in this together as Americans. That's the next revolution we need. Tell us what you think at NextRevFNC and at Steve Hilton X, and share this message when we post it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.